Welcome to A Pint and Two Shots, coming to you from the G4 podcast studio, with part-time pundit and average actor Stephen Purden, and bringing a wealth of knowledge and questionable patter, it's our no-nonsense dafty Chris Toll. Completing our front three, it's the man himself, all the way from the tap end of Stevenson, it's Grado!
Welcome to A Pint and Two Shots. It's a podcast, it's a football podcast. We're live here in G4 Claim Studios in Wishaw. Today we're joined by none other than the man himself, Mr. Chris Toll.
And we don't have Stephen here because it's the week of his 40th. Who the hell is this guy sitting across from me?
Uh-oh.
Oh my God, the prodigal son.
Return.
It has returned.
It's the ghost of football past. Ooh.
The ghost of football daft. It's John McInally, ladies and gentlemen. Finally we've managed to get you on.
Do you know what it feels
I'd
a
shake
bit?
your hand, but I'm sweaty as fuck, John.
You know we would reach her, will you?
He's got big long arms, remember?
Right.
It feels a bit like the Oasis reunion, right? But Noel Gallagher's not here and they've invited along Tony McCarroll. That's what, you know what I mean? He played the drums, that's what it feels like.
He's laughing, but he doesn't know who Tony McCarroll is.
He was the
drummer that got booted out. He's the drummer that got booted out. I know my history in an actual...
You're history!
Oh, man, where is Bob, man? He definitely can't make it today, no?
Well, it's one of, I mean, I thought I'd bring a bit of Falkirk chat to the podcast, guys.
That's what this podcast has been needing.
Rangers, you know, that's what you need, a bit of Falkirk chat, you know.
Well, and you shot the crossbar this year, my man. Hit the crossbar, close.
I don't want you. Do you know what? I'm so happy the season's finished now. We've not played a game since that Airdrie debacle, so I'm happy it's all over. I'm happy we're not in the Scottish Cup final this weekend because we got absolutely pumped off of Celtic. But it's just been a horrendous season.
Don't greet because what I read in the papers this morning, Told you never believe this.
What?
The Scottish Government has given Falkirk FC 350 grand interest-free loan.
What? Are they not getting enough money off your crunchy carrots?
Listen, 350 grand we loan there. It means that it's an initiative being set up by the government for like fans to buy into their clubs.
Right.
So Falkirk are the first, they saw this, they applied for the loan. So it's a 350 grand loan paid over 20 years, and basically it's been given to the Falkirk Support Society, who are looking for fan ownership, and that means they can now buy 26% shares in the club. They've bought up all the remaining shares in the club, and that means that the Falkirk Support Society are the largest shareholders in the club.
You only need to pay that back about £1,000 a month.
It's like, so you have a subscription like at any kind of fans owned club. The money goes in, so 20% is going back to pay the loan, 8% is still going in.
It's funny because Rangers keep getting interest-free loans, and it's the fans that are giving them it. So
yeah. He's talking about how it's going to be put into this and that. You just can't let the Falkirk bosses tonight will be sitting getting a cargo, smoking fags and that, watching YouTube going, who do you want to sign, man? Who can we sign?
Yeah, somebody get cameo up. Who can we get a cameo saying they support Falkirk? And they just end up with Wagner like everybody else.
The thing is, it's really boring. The money's going into buying floodlights and
a wee fit. And get a wee fit, man. Get it for the gym.
Remember the wee things that hit the ball and then the circle in it, and you used to hop on it.
Get some of that.
23 aim for the squad.
I mean, you want champ, man. Thing it's like they're investing in the pitch and the floodlights, you know, for the community, all that sort of stuff. But you're like, just go and spunk it on Scotty Arfield, bring the boy home. By the way, what I mean, go on.
Yeah, listen,
could you imagine he did that? By the way?
I'm telling you now, man, I wouldn't put it by him.
Well, he's been saying in the papers he wants to come back to Falkirk. You know, what better time?
I don't know. Maybe another year yet before he ends up there.
Maybe I'd do a year in the MLS or something like that, and then come back home.
Make a bit of money abroad and then come back.
Don't worry, John, we'll ask him when we get him on the show.
Good.
He's not contracted anymore, so he might be able to come in and hang about with us.
Well, we did kind of talk about it. I asked him last week because you probably saw the picture, which, by the way, great picture. 10,000 likes too.
Oh, is this the picture of you and Stephen and Scott Arfield with the wine in your hand? By the way, that's some size of wine glass Scott Arfield had in this.
That's the biggest thing he's lifted this season.
No way, he's got it on.
That was the comments. That was the comments. That you drinking out of glasses because we were drinking out of the cups. But honestly, 10,500 likes. I've not had that many likes on a Facebook post since my mum died. That got 15,000.
It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat.
Biggest, or was that on me and CM Punk's house?
The one who you and CM Punk's, this was funny, man.
It's a belter, isn't it?
Aye. So anyway, welcome to Wrestling Daft.
But by the way, you can still listen to Wrestling Daft at Suit every Friday.
And I do listen every week. Every week.
Fantastic.
What I need to tell you is, see if you're not putting a video out, don't play fucking Connect 4.
It's a podcast first, Chris.
But we say this all the time. Me and Rab do it, and we'll look at the sheet, and then John will go, "Oh, we've been sent in this funny picture," and I'm like, "But it's not funny in a podcast because we can't see the picture."
Exactly, that's it.
And then that was the cherry in the cake, mate, playing Connect 4. He's commentating and going, and Grado's went for bottom right, free in. Robert Fonz
Like a
just
sugar comment, brilliant.
Oh, look at the angles here by Graham. That's beautiful. But listen, see, at the end of the day, it's fucking great to have you on the show, John.
I know,
It
mate.
really is, mate.
It's great to be back.
John, we do love you, man. We do. And sorry it never worked out at the end of it. Ben, it's not funny. Ben, it's not funny. This is a serious situation.
You got sad
here.
music you can play at this
Oh, no.
point.
No, Ben's doing the
We belong together.
Like the sad music from the Incredible Hulk
What
when he
a will.
walked into the distance.
Aye.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Aye.
But listen, you're doing well with Folk at Daft.
You're doing well with
Folk at
Daft.
Daft's doing really,
What
really
I will
well.
say as well, see when Stephen found out that you were coming on the show, he was gutted that he wasn't going to be here.
Aw.
Gutted that he wasn't going to be here.
Let's talk. I mean, Stephen's 40th birthday. We were all at that on Saturday night. Any stories to tell, Grado?
No.
Was Grado there?
I
didn't notice him.
Yeah.
I didn't notice him. 'Cause
Had a
he was
good
behind a tree.
Had a good night. I saw some videos on social media of you doing a dance with 2 rolls in your hand.
That's a game,
I
man.
saw you giving it large to the GBX.
I'm paranoid because the amount of folk that I ended up inviting to my wedding because I had a drink.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Brilliant.
Sanjeev
You're
Cohen.
coming to my wedding. That hand round the shoulders. You're coming to my wedding, by the way.
Done that by Sanjeev Kohli. I was like,
Brilliant.
listen, mate, nighttime reception invite. I need a bit of star power. Can you make it?
I need a bit of star
Pathetic, innit?
power.
It's pathetic.
I tell you what, star power at that party, wasn't there?
Oh, they were all there, man.
The whole River City. I gutted. Like,
who's
Joyce,
who?
Joyce Faulkner was here and I didn't meet her.
Mate, I met her and
Did you?
I forgot her name and I was shouting Roisin at her.
Oh, brilliant.
But
Brilliant.
what I will say is, her man, her fella, is a lovely guy.
Right.
Davey.
And he's a big fan of the show. Listens to the show every week. He was telling me, aye.
Is it?
So he was, and Falkirk
That
Daft.
fuck with Daft.
Well, I saw Johnny Mack was there, obviously, Panther Star. In fact, there were so many Panther Stars, you're just scared to shout out, he's behind you. Everyone's like,
Oh, no, he isn't.
I know. But I was like, I had a few drinks at this point, and I said to Cassie, who I work beside on Clyde 1, listen every morning, 6 till 10.
Cassie was there?
She was there. She
Yep.
was there.
She was there.
So I gave her I just, go on, had a couple of, bet you £1. Go up and ask Johnny Mack if he's enjoying himself. Go on, I'll give you £1 if he, go and ask him if he's enjoying himself.
That was the first time I'd met Johnny. And his wife knows members of my family. Like,
she's for your wife.
She was lovely. I was speaking to her.
lovely last year. I can't remember her name, sorry.
Stephanie.
Johnny. Stephanie, is it? Stephanie, thank you. You were very welcoming.
See, that is obviously Johnny Mack's catchphrase. I'm enjoying myself. I remember that's how I got my panto gig, was phoning up because I heard that Johnny Mack wasn't going to be the pavilion, and I phoned up and I was like, listen, my name's Grado. Had a drink in me for the night before, and
That's how Ollie Grado's stories start, innit?
Yeah.
and he was going, well, you phoned at a good time because the guy that we've usually had, he's away to Kings, or the SEC or whatever. He says, so we're needing somebody, and it was good because he connected the audience to Kenny. He had his catchphrase, I'm enjoying myself, and I went, I said, I've got mine here. I says, I've got it's yourself. He went, that'll never work.
He's like, excuse me, sir, it's been working all around the world for the last 8 years or something.
No, but that panel I did, every time I went on the stage, I was to say, it's yourself. And see, by the 17th time, folk were going, get fucking off.
That wasn't anything to do with the catchphrase. So, what have you, apart from Stephen's party, what have we been up to? You've got a wedding to organise for next week.
Aye,
mate.
so-
It's the go-home show before the wedding.
This is a go home. This is a go home for the wedding.
No, it's not.
Oh,
We've got one more.
so we have.
Oh, have you got one more next? Are you going to make it next
I
week?
don't think Steve will
There's
be here
no
next week.
There is no chance that Stephanie is allowing you to come up and record this podcast a day before the wedding.
Nah, we
there
wouldn't.
is absolutely no chance, Grado.
We need to do it tomorrow.
I know, but I'm actually just now trying to think how I'm going to manage to get in the next couple of episodes, because then I go straight to my honeymoon, and then
Stephen's away to Sicily.
That's right.
I'm going to be sitting here myself. What's happening?
Get that incredible Moat Hulk sad music coming again. do, 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 do. Just this little... Chris is just sitting there on his own. Let's talk about the Scottish Cup
pals.
final.
Scottish Cup final.
Scottish Cup final.
Actually.
Before we go into the Scottish Cup final, you said that you were at Bon Jovi.
No, not Bon Jovi,
Bruce
man. I was at the
Springsteen.
boss.
Same thing.
Bruce Springsteen, man.
Do not ever say that's the same thing, man.
They're both from New Jersey. I'll give you that, Graham.
that's
I'll
what
give you
I'm
that. But I was at the boss at
Funny, because that's a New
Murrayfield.
Jersey he's wearing.
I was there on Tuesday at Murrayfield, and he was 73 years old. Bruce Springsteen is now, right?
know.
73 years
What
old.
I've heard is, right, my mate is a massive Springsteen fan, right? Follows him round on tour. He's going to 12 dates this time,
Really?
right? And Springsteen, for the first time in his entire career, is doing the same set for every show.
no.
So he's
Yes.
got... Normally he'll do a different concert every night.
And he'll go into this
Sometimes-
crowd and he'll grab, like, people usually go to a Springsteen concert,
like-
they'll hold up signs of songs they want to play. He'll just grab them from the audience
And by
and
the
go
way,
to the band.
No
and go,
way.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Well-
Doesn't need to be a Springsteen song.
No.
Can be anything. And he'll
Cha-cha
just
slide.
pick it out.
Aye.
For talking sake, aye.
Cha-cha
Slide, I'd pay good money for that. There's Bruce to the chat.
So that's what he does.
Slide to the left.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I love, but see when bands do stuff like that, I always remember the Foo Fighters. They always get somebody up, don't they?
No, it's
Somebody
Green
can play
Day.
guitar.
That's Green Day.
Was it Green Day?
See, I've seen Foo Fighters that. See, that's
They need to get somebody up to play the drums.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Far too
Come
soon.
on.
Mate, but you know, like his biggest fan.
Aye, the Foo Fighters are my favourite band. Listen, comedy stops for no man.
Correct, you're right.
All right.
Fuck
I did a radio show with the Foo Fighters once.
Really?
Like, produced a whole radio
Oh,
show
my
with
God,
it.
mate.
Now, here's the thing, right? Foo Fighters think, brilliant, it's going to be an amazing time. We get all the Foo Fighters, amazing, yeah. So there we go. First of all, there's Chris Shiflett, comes along, chatting away. Very serious kind of guy, Chris, who plays the guitar. Brilliant, that's fine. Just get him
What
out
was
there,
Pat
get
Smear
him-
like?
get
Was
him
Pat
out
Smear
there.
sound?
Pat Smear wasn't there. Pat Smear. It was Nate. So Nate comes up next again, quite serious. And you're thinking, we're getting to the good stuff now. Taylor comes in. What a guy, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. And so I was doing this radio show, and it was basically choose whatever songs you want for an hour. And he's like, can I choose whatever I want? And bearing in mind at the time it was his XFM radio station at work.
CDs still using
So,
that.
I still see
When they put on Queen's Greatest Hits.
but he did. He's like that. So on XFM, we're playing it. He goes, I love ABBA. And he started talking to me this story about ABBA. So we're playing ABBA on XFM.
Brilliant,
Queen.
man.
He's just picking what he wants. But then you're like, well, here's the big one. Dave Grohl. I'm going to meet Dave Grohl. And then the manager walks in and goes, Dave's saving his throat for the gig. Missed out on Dave Grohl. Gutted. Absolutely gutted.
That's a brilliant wee story. 3 years we done Fit with Daff, you never mentioned that. All the shite you tell us every week, and then you had that one up your sleeve.
Talking about Falkirk. I did meet Dave Grohl once though, because I was backstage at the SEC, and I was shiting myself. It's like, I think it's when you meet footballers, right? And you've got, and when you have a real admiration. So I've met, like, through radio, I've worked, met Robbie Williams, met Avril Lavigne.
Raoul Moat.
I've not met Raoul Moat, but do you want me to tell you the Raoul Moat story? No, but we.
Wait a minute. There's a Raoul Moat story. Stephen's not here, so we don't have a falsetto at the end of this one, but what's the start? It goes
100% of your claims.
G4 claims. If you've had an accident and John's not got his tyres fixed yet and it was him and not your fault, get in touch with the gang at G4
I
claims.
had an accident recently.
You had an accident, did you?
I did.
Was it your fault?
It was my fault.
Oh, you better hope that the person that you crashed into didn't get
It
in
was
touch
my
with.
wife's car I crashed into, so she could come with G4
She could
claims.
phone G4
And
claims.
take out a claim on me.
There you go,
Is that
man.
what happens?
Exactly.
Right, so she
That,
could come
that sounds like insurance fraud to me, but John didn't.
I bet he's thinking that.
Yeah.
But what are you telling me about G4
G4 claims are the team at G4 claims will help you out. They'll sort everything for
my
you.
wife out?
You do not get in touch with your insurance company.
Right, right.
You get in touch with G4 Claims direct at 01698767172. That's
01698767172. Remember, even if you do need to get a wee motor, they'll fix you with the same kind of style of motor so that you're no. So you got a ladder.
A ladder, aye.
So they'll get you like for like ladder.
Yeah, really?
La-di-da.
That ladder's done well, like, what do you call a ladder with a sunroof?
Don't know.
A skip. And all the ladder jokes out.
Remember they used to call them a packet of fags and a box of matches because of the shape of them.
I remember the size of ladders, weren't they?
Aye man, they were mental, weren't they? Back then?
Anyway, do I keep 100% of my claim?
You
A
do.
G4 claim?
You do.
Aye, yeah.
That's what the song sings, isn't it?
Yeah,
Aye.
and let's have a wee listen to the song once more.
100% of your claims.
G4 claims. G4 claims.
Not at fault claims. Made easy.
You can't see me.
Right, finish this one and then we're getting the Raoul Moat
Right,
story.
but you met Usher, but then you meet someone like...
You met Usher?
I met Usher.
Did he show you your seat?
I wish I had that joke in it.
How long did that take you?
Yeah, good. I'm thinking that's an Usher song. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, you should do a song called Show It. You meet all these people. You know what it's like if you've met, say, Ali McCoy, so you met, if you got the chance to meet Larson, you go to pot, you know?
I did meet Henrik Larsson, he was an
Did you?
arsehole.
Was he an arsehole?
Nah,
Yeah.
he was rude to me, really rude to me.
That's
I wasn't happy
disappointing,
about
isn't
it.
it?
But do you know what? I still love him for what he done for the club, but I wouldn't have him round for dinner.
Oh, really? Wow. But aye, so Dave Grohl, he's doing this kind of line-up thing and everyone's shaking his hand. I had a few drinks and I just shook his hand. Great, you know, Dave. I was there with my brother. And my brother, I was really nervous, shook his hand. My brother had a good few pints in him. Basically grabbed Dave. All right, Dave! Run into a big bear hug. You know that way when you grab someone.
I bet you Dave loved that though.
He's like, go on, slap on the back. What a good night, big man. All this sort of
But they
stuff.
say he's dead down to earth.
Do you know
so
what?
was it?
I'll
Aye,
tell you
was.
this now. You see, if there was one person that I could go for a beer with, it would be Dave Grohl.
Aye.
Aye, he's my hero, man. I love him. I absolutely love him.
Well, the brief time
Yeah, do you
I met
know-
him was a lovely guy.
You know that he was the original drummer for Nirvana?
Away. Was he? Is that where he got his start?
All right.
Well,
Smarty.
well, hang me. That would have been tremendous. Who would you, if you had one person you could go for a beer with, who would it be? Not allowed to be a
John, so
footballer.
he can tell me his Raoul Moat story.
Raoul.
Aye,
I'm not going to tell the Raoul Moat story.
It was him that served Gaza the KFC.
Right. So the radio station I worked on down south in Newcastle, I worked when this was all kicking
Of
off.
course, I forgot you.
Right, now. We've all heard the clip of the fishing rod, chicken. That was on the radio station I worked on, right? So it's all, this was a big story in the Northeast for a week, they're doing the manhunt thing, right? And it all came to the head on that Friday night. I was in the house and I phoned up the station saying he's in the hand because they were doing cut all the music live 24-hour news while this is all going on.
Like Newcastle's version of O.J. Simpson.
It genuinely was. So one of the photographers that we were friendly with at the station, there was paparazzi, he was up on site getting pictures and whatever. So they got him on the air. And this is how the whole Gaza thing transpired. So Terry used to take pictures of Gaza, and they had a kind of relationship that paparazzis do with celebrities. Right. So Terry's got this relationship with Gaza and he's live on the radio at this point, right? Because we're doing the 24-hour news thing. And he says, I've got to go. Gaza's just turned up. And we're like, all right. So he kind of cuts out and the radio show continues. So next time we check back in with Terry on the radio, he says, I'm in the taxi now. I've got Gaza beside me. Do you want to speak to him? So this is how it all transpired. He handed the phone over to Gaza.
No way.
And then that's when the whole, Moat
you're
is
the
my mate.
reason?
I had nothing to do with it because I was in the house, but the guys that were at the station and were working, this is because I came in on Monday and found out all about this. So anyway, Terry's, Gaza's doing his Moat, da. So that all happened and it just blew up, right? And Terry says, I've got to get him somewhere safe. Can I bring him into the radio station, right?
I thought you were going to say, can I bring him to your house?
You're off the night, John.
Can I bring him into the radio station? Bearing in mind this whole manhunt's going on in Rothbury, we're broadcasting 24 hours, and there's Gaza kicking about the radio station, steaming, and this is all going on in the radio.
Wow.
It was like,
Good bit of exploitation, love it.
Your favourite.
What are you going to put Gaza? I just bring him into the radio station. He'll be all right down here.
Radio station, it's all right. Doesn't need any scran.
He's got his chicken. He's got his beer. He's all good.
See, that now it's starting to make a lot more sense because remember one time we were going to do Fit with Daft. Remember we always bring this up, and we're guest pulled out, and John says, "Why don't we have a tribute episode to Raoul?"
I didn't say. No, this is when it all gets brought out of context. You always bring this up. Why don't we have a tribute episode? I did not say that at any point. I said, do you want the real story behind the Moat thing with Gaza? And you turned it into this tribute episode to Raoul. Hi, we're all here at Football Daft today.
Jackie McNamara's no turned up today, man, so we're going to dedicate it to fucking Raoul Moat.
They made a TV show out of it as well. I thought it was a bit too soon.
Sure he did.
Aye. It was good. I watched
nothing
that.
like Moaty though, did he?
No, but he's a good actor though.
He was a good one.
You call him Moaty as if he's his mate, I mean?
I like
I like
Gaza.
fuck all with the Moat stuff.
I like Gaza. Turn up a Tunnocks Caramel.
Was Gaza in the show? Was somebody playing Gaza in that show?
No, Gaza didn't make the cut. Gaza didn't make the cut.
I think they were talking about getting Gaza on it, but then
Gaza's probably put a kibosh on it.
I think they used like some. They just didn't want to focus on that because I think folk would have used the Raoul Moat to change the channel.
That's
You know when I make this face, I'm happy.
Aye,
I don't even laugh at these jokes. I just give my proud face.
Anyway, back to Springsteen, right? So Springsteen, 3 hours.
That's a pro, innit?
He knows what he's doing.
73 years old, absolutely knocked out the park, right? So coming to the end of the gig, I'm going for a beer. It's that final beer before the good songs.
Was it one of the ones with the guy with the backpack?
No.
Yeah, actually had to go into Hampden. Or was it Murrayfield or Hampden?
Murrayfield. So I'm standing at the bar and I turned round. Had double take and I was like, all right, Neil McCann. Neil McCann. And then I actually, this is stupid because I went, Neil McCann, Falkirk legend. Now, no one has ever called Neil McCann a Falkirk legend in his life, right? Hearts, maybe. Rangers, definitely. Scotland. But I turned around and go, Falkirk legend. He went, hi. He said,
begrudgingly accepted the honour.
I'll take it.
He said, yeah, I enjoyed my time there. And I said, aye, enjoying the boss tonight? And he said, I had a few drinks at this point. And he said, when's you going to stop playing the shite ones and start playing the good ones?
Is that what he said?
Not a real fan then, Neil, no.
Did you get a selfie with him in it like that?
Yeah.
Selfie?
No, I didn't get a
Did you ask me to come on Falkirk Daft?
I should have though.
You should have. Guess what I done last night?
What?
Right, so in my shoot job, right, every year we get 1 day to go and work a charity, right? So
I think you got a day off.
I get a day off work and you go and work a charity. It's called A Day to Make a Difference, right?
Oh, that's quite cool.
So we done it last night, and it was the food bank underneath the Hillman's umbrella.
Aye.
Right, so we were serving food out to other people. It was
Joe?
cool. No,
Neil McCann turned up at it as well.
No, Brian McClure.
Brian McClure.
Oh, mate, I don't mean to think with it, but Brian McClure has got that kind of look about him, hasn't he?
Right, no, he's not homeless. He just walked past. Right, he just walked past. Right.
I've ever seen pictures.
By the way, I'll tell you this: you would never recognise him now.
That's what I'm saying.
He looks like Santa Claus.
He's got like a big beard.
He's got a big beard and big shaggy hair and all that, man.
So hold on, he wasn't at the help?
No, he was just
It was
walking
just by
by.
coincidence?
No, he was just walking by, and my mate Davey, I was helping with the food and that.
Here, Brian,
he's
come
like
and
that.
have some soup.
He's like, there's that ex-Celtic player, right? And I was like, who? And he walked behind a van, so I never seen him. And then when he came out, I went, oh, Brian McClure. And then I thought to myself, see if I hadn't seen that video of him on Facebook, I would have never recognised him in a million years.
I just want to say nobody should know that MD looks homeless. I just want to clear that up. So that makes sense. No, do you know what I mean?
I understand what you mean.
Do you get what I mean?
Like, he's kind of dishevelled looking now. isn't he?
Let's go with dishevelled.
See if you were like, right, I don't want to cast aspersions here, but in terms of footballers that look homeless or that sort of stuff, Brian McClure's up there. Is there any other footballers in Scotland you would think if you wouldn't kind of like? I'm thinking.
What do you mean there made a big difference?
Long beard, hair. Is there anyone? I mean,
back in the day, they all looked like that back in the day. Do you know what I mean? But they've kind of tidied up their act now, haven't they? With these new fucking 15 grand a week contracts.
I try to think if there's any. Don't get me wrong. Like I saw. Well, this is not. Sometimes you see pictures of folk and you go, oh my god, like I must be getting real old if they're good, because I saw like Ian Westwater was done something in the playoffs and I went, oh my god, Ian Westwater, old dumb felon going.
Ian Westwater always looked a bit 50, but
aye.
you know what I mean?
Bobby Charlton. I mean, he like in his 30s looked like he was in his 50s.
I were old mad Como.
My mate's convinced that because if you go back to your Panini sticker albums and you look at some of the they're all like in their 20s. They're going, Christ almighty, they're in their 50s.
There's a few like that's Dallas. One of Dallas's favourite ones is sending me pictures of footballers in their 20s that look in their 50s. And see back in like the 70s and the 80s and all that. Some of them were some nick, man.
My mate's theory is that
that was the fashion, wasn't it?
They didn't drink water. That's my mate's theory. He stands by this. None of them drank water, and that's why they all
It's just
look
beer
over
all the time.
Aye.
Aye, but do you know what? It's funny you say that. Do you know what I noticed all day? When I was watching the football players now drink the water. Remember back in the day, they would always go, oh, go, and then spit it in the
That's
grass.
right, aye.
I don't think they do
No,
that.
you're getting mixed up with football and boxing.
Oh,
Triple
they used to
H.
do that, didn't they? The footballers used to do that.
Triple H.
Maybe I'm talking shit, but I saw a football player the other day take a drink and actually
No,
swallow
I know
it.
what you mean. They used to scoosh it into their mouth and just
And
spit
go
it
to spin
back
it, and I
out.
go,
Aye.
surely they're still thirsty.
Aye, what's the point in that?
Aye, what is the point in that?
Maybe
Sort
it's
of
just a dry
tease.
mouth.
I just didn't ever get that.
Aye.
Anyway, what else were we talking about?
Are we talking about football at any point?
Aye, let's
Aye,
talk
we'll
about.
get there, mate.
What about, right, so what's the big, obviously the headlines this week?
Oh, don't.
Oh,
don't.
yeah, let's talk about the headlines
no,
this
by
week.
the
Yeah,
way.
it's no Man City, but it's no fucking kicking the arse off of Man City, is it?
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, it is.
It's a massive, massive club.
And
And
Yeah, you resigned that he's going now, too.
I'm worried, John.
I think...
I hope he does a Wolf of Wall Street, but after the Scottish Cup final, I'm not fucking going. Do it.
I've never saw.
No, do hang me. Do Ange's voice.
I'm not fucking going, mate.
Yes!
I stands up like that in front of
Aye.
Hamden, grabs the mic. I'm not fucking going!
It's gonna take a fucking wrecking ball to get me out of here, mate.
No, I think, honestly, I don't think he'll be here this time next
Yeah, you know, John.
Tottenham have said they're going to announce in the next week or so, right? And what we're hearing is that they're waiting for the cup final out of respect for Celtic to make a formal approach. Now, if you make a formal approach,
That
do you
means
think
you've had.
do you think, yeah? Do you,
Celtic have absolutely shot the bed with this one.
did you see the clip as well? It was doing the rounds on Twitter of like the camera flashed to Johnson when they were up doing the celebrations, and Ange was on the mic, and he says he's gone. You see him mouthing it to, I don't know what player it was, I think it was
Really?
Starfelt or something, saying he's gone. Like
Wow.
that. You saw him mouthing it when he was making his speech, and
I
you
feel
thought,
I feel as if I'm ready to greet.
Listen,
I'm sorry, Brian, be the bearer of bad news. But
as a Rangers fan, right? As Fletch put this idea into my head, but I've just got the feeling that Rangers will struggle to win anything unless Ange goes. And that's because, although we can talk about Rangers beating Celtic 3-0 in the last game, but that means
that's
nothing.
that's going to be the rhetoric that the Rangers fans. Oh, Michael Beale chased him out of the.
No,
the
that's a
town.
lot of shit.
You know what I mean?
That's a lot of shit. Well, no, be that. Well, there will be some fans that they say that, but you've got to think about it less. Ange Postecoglou getting an offer to go down to Spurs, who were what, top 6, top 8, probably top 6 in terms of the stadium, the players that
it's the
they've
best
got.
stadium in the world.
Best
Probably.
stadium.
Aye.
A lot of folks say it's a poison challenge, but
outside
what-
the NFL ones.
Yeah.
but you're thinking now, if you're Ange Postecoglou, you've done everything up here, no done well in Europe, but you start the season with Celtic next year, say drops points.
Exactly.
Drops points. This is an opportunity that he might never get again.
Yep,
and
you're
although
right.
Celtic fans will say, oh, it's Spurs, and it's, as I say, that but managers don't last there long, but it's a big, big opportunity because if he
Right,
turns that
see,
around,
at some point-
then your Man
yep.
City fucking.
At one point, right, somebody's going to get it right with Spurs.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So it's a massive, massive attraction. You're in London, you're in the Premier League. Aye, all right, they're not in Europe this season, right? But if he can then concentrate on cups in the league and not have to concentrate on Europe,
Best striker in the world. What, has he got a
He's-
year's
I think
contract
so,
left?
he's off. He's off. But
A year, well,
But
you would think if
see-
he's got a year left in his contract, somebody will probably sign him, but you never know.
John, you've drove all the way here.
Aye.
How are your tyres?
Oh, do you know what? I actually need new tyres in my car.
Well, have we got a job for you, brother?
Well, John, you need to stop what you're doing, and as soon as you come out here, head to performancetyres.net. Let me tell you, John, they provide the best tyre fitting service in Scotland. They've got free shops in Anniesland, Ayr and Carmunnock, and they cover all of the Central Belt. You're in the heart of the Central Belt.
I'm going past Anniesland tomorrow so I could get new tyres in my car. Is that what you're
tell
telling
them
me?
tell them that Pint and 2 Shots sent you and you'll get £3 off.
Please do it. Yep, they're going to take care of your precious alloys when they change the tyres. They provide the highest standard of computerising, wheel balancing and wheel alignment technology. It is incredible. Have you got a car?
I have.
Have you got a light truck or van?
No.
Have you got a 4x4?
No.
Have you got... What else did I get for?
I can't remember. Snowmobiles.
A snowmobile? No.
If you ever inquire and get a snowmobile, then they can sort out your snowmobile as well, because listen, they run flat tyres. No, run flat tyres.
They run flat tyres.
Run flat tyres.
Right.
All season tyres, winter tyres, tyres for all the seasons. Do you know a tyre
They also
company?
sell cornflakes.
Have you got a specific brand that you like?
I like all tyres. I like Lassa tyres.
Well, do you know something, John? They specialise in Lassa
kidding
tyres.
me on.
They
Spank me,
specialise.
Charlie,
kidding
call me a
me.
bitch. Oh my God.
Lassa tyres, you say?
Lassa
Lassa.
What
tyres.
is that website again, Grado?
It's performancetyres.net.
I'm writing that down. Anniesland, you say?
Anniesland, Ayr and Carmunnock.
Right across the central belt.
Right across the central
All
belt.
four corners of the central belt.
And Lassa tyres.
Lots of tyres, but there's other ones as well. Pirelli, Goodyear, Yokohama. The list is endless. If you're needing tyres, spread the word.
So they are.
Spread it wide. Spread the love. Performancetyres.net.
The worrying thing for you, Chris, and I think, you know, what's great is saying there is like, if Kane looks like he's going to go, right, the worrying thing that Ange is going to come down and start, I mean, it's good for, I would guess, a monetary point of view for Celtic, but start going, right, well, Keogh go. He's someone that will do a job for me.
But see, the thing is, these
there.
Spurs fans are going to look at that and go, he's no good enough, he's no good enough.
But
I
when
genuinely
he
think,
starts scoring goals,
I genuinely think Kyogo could down there and do a
think so,
job,
right.
right? But what I will
Just
say
like the way
is,
Edward did.
no, but Kyogo's a different kettle of fish, mate.
I'm jesting.
Right, but anyway, see players like Jota and stuff like that, I don't think they could cut the mustard
I
down
don't
there.
think Jota, but I think the one player that they would definitely look at, especially if Kane goes, is Kyogo. And the way
Imagine Carter Vickers ended up back at Spurs.
I know,
And then they had to pay us 25 million for him or something like that.
they
Get
need
it?
centre,
But
halves as well.
do you know, Hank, when all this chat's on the go, the one thing that pure pisses me off, and to be fair, they've got a lot of substance to their argument, but it's when English fans start going on about how bringing Scottish managers down, they look at Brendan Rodgers, who, by the way, when he first went to Leicester, he did well, didn't he? What, they
Won
fifth or
the
something?
FA Cup.
Won the FA Cup. But now they see it as Leicester, who... Did they
Aye.
get relegated?
They did get
Aye, they got
Yeah,
relegated.
they get relegated. There's Gerrard down to Villa. There's... Who else is there?
Well, but see the thing
Alex
is,
No, but
Ferguson.
what I'm saying
Sir
is-
Alex Ferguson.
Well, no,
Aye.
exactly. but
Kenny
they-
Dalglish. Oh, no, he never managed
You go on
that
Twitter
field.
and there's already Spurs fans saying no to Postecoglou and the league up
Wait a
there,
minute,
the
yeah.
competition's
listen,
shite.
but
Well,
listen,
mate, I mean,
Grado,
they've got nobody else. They've tried
Grado.
everybody else.
See, cast your mind back. There was Celtic fans saying that
Of course
when,
there was.
when,
Aye.
when he was appointed at Celtic. So I've got absolutely no doubt Ange Postecoglou will go down there, and within 2 seasons, right, he'll get them back into the Champions League, right, and within 2 seasons he'll have won a cup with Spurs, and they've not won a trophy for how long? 22 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Right, I'm telling you this now. You can laugh all you want, but Ange Postecoglou will go on to be remembered as one of the great managers, I think.
Ah, that's good then. That means Bill will win next season anyways.
Oh, no, he won't.
Ideal.
Do you want to know why? Because Celtic are in the Champions League, right, already.
Mhm.
That's a huge attraction for managers now as well. So if Ange leaves, we've got, look, this is what we can offer you to managers, and I think we'll get a big name in.
What about
Aye,
Brendan
like John
Rodgers? Would
Kennedy.
you take Brendan
John Kennedy.
There's rumours about Rodgers,
Brendan
by the way.
Rodgers? Would you take? Would the Celtic supporters take Brendan Rodgers?
Would
back?
you? Would you?
Brendan
so many people
Rodgers,
come out and called him
Listen,
a rat and everything like
Brendan
that.
Rodgers participated in 9 domestic competitions with Celtic, and he won 9 domestic competitions with Celtic. Right, now, the way he left wasn't ideal. He done it through the back door. He is a fucking rat. Let's not paint it up any other way. But, you know, sometimes you just need to say, let's forgive and forget.
Right, there you
You're
go.
a fucking rat, but come back up.
You're a rat, but sometimes a rat's good company. Know what I mean? No, but I wouldn't be happy about Rodgers coming back, but you can't argue with the record that he had at Celtic, right? But if there is a possibility of anybody else, then I would go.
Do you think he wants to come back in terms of his ego?
I think
Way back up to Scotland.
Aye, I think he'll be
Come on.
looking at Leeds. I know they're in the Championship now, but
well,
Leeds.
so I'm ending up with him anyway, no matter what fucking way it goes.
There
Brilliant.
you go.
No, but I would go for Igor Tudor. He's just left Marseille, and he done well with him. I would go for Igor Tudor. You don't know who that
I have
is,
a
do you?
fucking idea that is.
Big Croatian
Do you know who that
centre
is?
half.
I know. I remember him as a player, but I
Aye.
didn't realise he was
He's just left Marseille today.
Oh, really?
So I would look at that.
I love the
But
crisps.
in saying that,
They were belters, but why did they stole them?
Can he
remember the
back
Gammon ones?
Oh, the
Aye.
gammon Tudor, Chris.
They were the
Oh,
best crisps ever.
Spring onion. See the spring onion Tudor.
Aye, but you can't get them anymore, I don't think, can you?
No, you
Tudor
can't.
crisps.
I think did Walkers not buy them?
Oh, did they?
I think so. Aye. I know. But all being said, my I don't want. I still want Ange to.
You've got tears in your eyes, mate.
I've always got tears in my eyes. You know my eyes are fucked, but
Oh, I
anyway,
sorry.
but
you meant.
I still want him to do a Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving.
Oh,
We'll see.
What about the Hearts job?
No, I would never take
No,
it.
I know, but Stephen Naismith, I mean,
What do you think?
he's now looking like he's going to be. Certainly the bookies have got one of his favourite to win it. There was that guy from
Cifuentes. Cifuentes, you called him.
Juventus, yeah.
Cifuentes is the guy.
Yeah,
No, that's an Italian football team.
No, I'm sure the guy. I'm sure
Yes,
the
no. Credo's right.
I know
Yeah,
Cifuentes. I know who you're talking
sorry,
about.
mate.
But I saw Hearts supporters certainly saying the brand of football they played under Naismith, and
It's attractive.
and you know we've been really happy. So 80%, I think, on Jambo's kickback were saying they wanted to retain Naismith. So you think the board then go and listen to what the fans are saying and keep Naismith in there? Because let's face, I like it. He doesn't fuck about, does he, Naismith? He calls it like it is. I mean, you look at the Rami at the weekend at Lee Johnson and I love a good football Rami.
So you're saying
How you describe Brendan Rodgers is very similar to how I describe the next Hearts manager. Keep going.
Cifuentes.
Cifuentes, aye.
Aye, so I don't know if I'm a. No, it would be good. It would be good to have Ewan's input for this winter.
Well, that's why I was going. Ewan was here recording
doesn't
something. It would have been good to find out. He doesn't want Naismith. He doesn't want Naismith.
Does he not?
Nah.
Right. Well,
He thinks that the job's too big for him because he's not had enough experience. He's got experience with Stevie Clark on the Scotland team, but he thinks the Hearts
but
job's too
when
big.
does he? When do
Well,
you
this
get
is it.
experience?
See, be honest with you, it's good. It would be good. It's good for
Barry
Scott.
Robson at Aberdeen.
Aye, but great. What Grado said is dead on, right? Robson done brilliant until he got a contract, and then Aberdeen they only won 1 out of 5 after the hangman or something.
Isn't that bizarre? Isn't that bizarre how that happens?
What do you know? What hasn't happened. That surprisingly didn't happen. Was with Stuart Kettlewell at Motherwell. They just kept. They kept like he got the job and they kept going. And that's you're right. That's the only. It's very few and far between that actually
Well, that happens. I know. You're forgetting about Kettlewell. He has.
He's done well. Motherwell will definitely be up for top 4 next season, I would think. Well, depending on the recruitment, I suppose, but I like him. Not just because he was on the show. I like the way he spoke, and I think he comes across as a really nice guy as well. But he also comes across as somebody that doesn't take any shit.
Aye, he's very switched on. Because remember we watched, we were talking about the episode back that we done with Stuart Kettlewell, and the way like even he was speaking to you, like calling you, like going, yes, Chris, and all that, and you think he's switched on with the personal skills, man management.
Man as well.
Very good. I remember did we know used to talk about him in Fit with Daffodil about how handsome he was?
He's up there. I mean, I don't know if he's better or worse than Goodwin, but he's a good looking guy.
Goodwin? You think Goodwin's a good looking guy?
Goodwin.
Grado calls him the Skull.
I don't call him the Skull anymore.
No.
I just want to put it in, I've no called him the Skull in about 6 months.
Ladies get very excited when they see that video.
It's
Remember
fuck all, it's the accent, John.
No, it's that video where he's walking at Aberdeen. He's got his wee wash bag and all that, and they put it in slow motion. The ladies get very excited.
They play that Hulk music over the top.
my father said to me when we were in tune yesterday, going, how the fuck is that he managed to get another contract? What's that all about? How's he got another job?
I know,
and you actually go and Dundee United, let me see Twitter, I mean, they're just happy they've got a bit of stability, but you think, what a season that guy's going to get a contract in India.
I know, I was really surprised that
I was surprised at that, but
they signed him up this week.
I'll be honest with you, I think he'll do a job in the Championship for him.
So?
I think he needs to reset. You know what I mean? You need to remember that he took over somebody else's team and all of that as well. He needs to reset, and I think he's got a good mind for the job as well. You know what I mean? So it'd be good to see him doing well with Dundee United, and obviously Dundee United are one of the G4 clubs, so we need to...
Oh, so we did. And I did read that it was probably best suited for him getting championship games on a Friday night so he can go to Parkhead on a Saturday.
I mean, talking Premiership, obviously the games were there at the weekend. I mean, most of them were dead rubbers, apart from the Hearts, Hibs, which was fighting over Europe, and then you got Durrami at the end, which was brilliant. But Ross County, Kilmarnock, Ross County in the playoff place.
Yep.
By the way,
against Thistle, the first legs tonight as we
so
record this.
Technically, this will be chip paper, but I reckon Partick are going to do them.
Do you think so?
I really think they will.
Partick are flying now.
Aye. I mean, what was it, 8-0 in aggregate?
They're fucking flying, mate. Flying.
What was it, 8-0 in aggregate against Ayr United?
Aye. 3-0 and then 5-0, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I would be surprised if Partick don't get promoted. I could be wrong, but I think they've got a good
didn't realise
chance.
that game was tonight. I'm going to watch
It's tonight, and then the second leg's on Sunday.
And do you know what I didn't realise? It was the Conference League final. No, Euro Conference.
Yeah, it was the
Europa League final.
It was Europa
Europa League final last night.
they would get to keep the trophy now, surely. How many times have that
They
team
should
won
rename
it?
that to the
The
Seville League.
trophy, it's mental.
That's
Absolutely
about
mental.
7 times in my lifetime that they've won that.
What happened though with the ref? Have you saw the footage of Jose Mourinho at the end of the game? Mate,
That was
Jose, mate,
brilliant.
there's footage of Jose Mourinho like
Waiting in the car park
waiting
for
in the car park
referee.
for the ref.
Seriously?
Gone, you're a fucking disgrace. Fuck.
Oh, that sounds...
Madrid, remember at Madrid he did the same thing. He stood in the car park. There's that famous meme. He stood in the car park waiting for after a Copa del Rey, I think it was.
Waiting for a square goal with the
That's
ref.
his
Love that.
Kishina moment. innit?
But it's,
Do you know what? I would take Jose. Absolutely.
so see, folk were complaining on Twitter last night about Jose going typical this, typical that. He's getting no class and the rest of it. But Joe Barton backed him up and says, "Look,
Oh, surprise. Arseholes back up arseholes.
he says, show me a good loser, and you'll only show me a loser." I thought it was a very good phrase.
Have you never heard that before?
Have you no? How, is that no, a new one? You heard that one before?
I've heard that one.
Fuck, right, that
You guys, were you going to start using that as well,
Well,
weren't
for
you?
a second, we want to remember that. Show me a good loser, and I'll show you a
Did he do it
loser.
in his wee French accent? Joey Bampot.
Aye, there's a fucking. That is when I think back to it. That was one of the signings where I think, no,
But it's one of the ones that I remember he was linked to us, and I said at the time, if he signs for Celtic, I'll never watch them again. Right, because the guys just remember he put the flag out in the boy's eye and all that, and battered youth team players and everything like that. It's just that everything about the guy absolutely reeks at arsehole.
I don't know, because I when I was down working in the North East, I went to see a lot of Newcastle games, and it was the time they were coming up with the Championship. Joey Barton was brilliant for Newcastle, really, really good. And there was a moment I was sitting in the Gallagate end, and it was a penalty, and it was Nicky Butt's last game at the club, and I saw Joey Barton. I heard that, like, he was, I think it was Show Amobi, he was going to take the penalty, and Joey Barton grabbed the ball off it and said, "Listen, it's Nicky Butt's last game. Give him the penalty." You know, because Newcastle were up 3-0 up or whatever.
Aye.
And I thought that's a bit of character from him and a bit of heart. And
Oh, don't get me wrong, right? On the pitch, he was obviously a great leader, right? But as a human being,
Yeah, you
I
think he's a
I know,
scumbag.
Aye, I do. I think he's a scumbag. But like he says, you know what I mean? Jose Mourinho, he's the only person to win all 3 area trophies.
that's the first European final he's lost.
is that?
Aye,
last night was the
it
first
6
What,
and
what
1?
was the score?
It was when
Penalty
penalties.
kicks.
1-1 in penalties.
Was it?
Aye, penalty kicks. But aye, whatever, man. It's just
Yeah, I know. Well, Chris.
I mean, back in
is
Scotland,
it.
though, I guess what you're saying, a lot of supporters will be wanting Ross County to go down so they don't have that trip to Dingwall.
Yeah.
that's true.
It takes a lot out of me doing it twice a season.
I mean, what about the Celtic fans that stay in Dingwall? I've got to go to Partick now. Got to go to Maryhill.
See, there was an interesting fact about Inverness, Caledonian Thistle. They're bringing down 15% of their population.
Aye.
And if that was equivalent...
Still couldn't sell out their allocation.
I saw they handed the whole bunch back.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Aye,
Well, I thought the chairman was moaning saying they never got enough tickets.
Exactly.
I
So-
mean, we went to I went to the semi-final, obviously, being a Falkirk supporter, and we got absolutely turfed that day. But it was
By the way, see if it wasn't for bad finishing, it would never have been a 3-0 game.
no first time Falkirk have actually come under VAR, and in the first 5 minutes we get done by VAR. What a shock!
Were you all buzzing on it because you saw VAR?
John,
Were you all-
No, was it? Because I saw it was against
Were
us.
you doing all that? Were you not going, there's the camera for it there it is like that? Were you getting all excited?
John, you're preaching to the choir here, my man. You know what I mean? When VR get brought in, it was. I think they have refined it to make it a wee bit better than it was at the beginning, and I think they will eventually get it right. But it's like you said, it's not nice
And
when
it's
one
that
of them goes
it's the
against you.
horrible handball rule, which I'm sure you guys have moaned about and everyone's moaned about. So we got done by that. But Inverness, you know, we brought more supporters down, but then we're in the central belt. But do you think the kick-off time again is affecting it? The fact that it's been pushed back
Ridiculous.
to 5:30, you know, so you don't have to. It doesn't coincide with the FA Cup final, because let's face it, that's the reason they've done it.
Aye, but what if that goes to penalties?
Well, exactly.
Do you want to know what? They're actually, it's the Scottish Cup final is getting moved channel if that game goes to extra time.
Oh, so as in
penalties.
like press the red button now type deal? Like, turn it
no,
over?
it's getting put onto BBC Scotland rather than BBC One.
Because
Right, so I thought it was Viaplay that had the final.
Oh, sorry.
No, but the
It's
Scottish.
on Scotland. It's on BBC.
It's
as
on
well.
BBC.
Aye, they've got the final, haven't they?
Aye.
Right.
It's on BBC as well.
You're right there, I was like,
It's getting moved on to a different channel because Pointless Celebrities is on a Saturday night or something. That's what it will be.
But it's a lot of bollocks. But because what difference does it really make much of a difference if the Scottish Cup final's on at the same time as English Cup final?
No, I honestly think. In the
I'll
heart
watch
of
the two of
hearts-
them right enough.
Aye.
Yeah, I know heart of hearts. I honestly think that Scottish followers of Scottish football would watch the Scottish Cup final as opposed to, the FA Cup final.
I disagree with you because see all the Wains, they don't give a fuck about Scottish football
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
So it's all the Premier League now.
Yeah.
And
I'll be
it's-
watching English. Cup final.
You can watch. You can watch.
Unless
both.
Cali Thistle are 3-0 up.
Tell it there. Who's in the Moat?
I guess.
Can you imagine that? Celtic could beat Inverness and Spurs all that on Monday. Fucking hell, this man's to get pumped off Inverness. That's so man, he's taking it.
By the way, I wouldn't
No, that's not gonna
let the players lie down. Let them lie down.
Yeah, so I
It's
assume.
only a treble, man.
I'm assuming, Chris, you reckon it's a whitewash on Saturday.
See, if we hadn't turned Aberdeen over, if we had have dropped more points against
been
Aberdeen,
worried.
I'd have been starting to worry.
Who's going to start for you? So, Morning back. Who's playing right back? Is it because it doesn't look like Alistair Johnson's going to make it? Is he? He's struggling with an injury.
See if Tony Ralston can't put in a performance against Cali Thistle, it should just be. It should be let go, make him the T man or something.
Hey, speaking of wing backs, we've signed that
Sterling.
Dijon, is it Dijon Sterling?
Aye.
I had a look at him on YouTube. He's the best right back I've ever saw in my life. I'm
Right,
no joking,
here's
mate.
the- here's the
I'm no
thing.
joking. I
Here's the
swear,
thing, right?
he's about 6 foot. He's fast as fuck. He can defend. He can
play
score goals. He
centre-half
can
as well.
pass. I'm no joking. I've decided he's the player of the year next year.
Already?
I'm no joking.
Is he getting the Zungu trophy?
Don't do this again.
Is he getting the Zungu trophy, Grado?
I was halfway Zungu and Matondo, but Dujon is it.
Right, but is he going to
Aye,
replace
by the way-
Tav? Is he? So is he going to get a game in front of Tav?
Well, apparently he can play centre half as well, so
That's
I don't
what I
know
heard,
if
but-
they're.
So what you're telling us is, for what you've seen, he's definitely mustard.
Oh yes. Someone's written that headline already.
Have
Surely.
they?
Surely.
Hey, he's the best left wing, but he's the best wing back since at Chelsea since Ashley Coleman's.
No bad. Nice wee mustard reference there, bro.
That's fucking hopeless.
But I guess like Suter's come into form over the last couple of games. You saw him the weekend
Aye.
again. And
Again, he was probably one of the best players in the
a lot of
park.
people are saying that. So
It's just trying to keep him-
And Suter going to be your centre half.
Well,
Big Ange's taking up his Spurs room.
I just don't think Ben Davies has got a future at Rangers.
Really?
I think
He's getting linked with Championship.
is he really?
Is it?
Ideal.
Like Scottish Championship clubs.
Well, I just don't see him have a future. Suter, he's looked promising these last couple of games, maybe with a pre-season behind him, and he doesn't get injured, but that's the big hang in it. It's a big hang.
It's a big
But I don't
hang.
know whether he's been brought
I
in
don't
for...
think there's any denying Suter's because like I had said to you before the end of last season, I would have took a punt on him at Celtic easily, but that's the one worry. It's the injury proneness.
That's it. And I mean, that's the same. I've probably watched this fucking Dijon will come in. He'll get injured in the first couple of games or not.
Plus you've got Ridvan going to get a full run at it this season.
Does he get left back in front of
Well,
Barisic, do you think?
I
as
think
well,
I think Bournemouth's time's up as well. I
it?
think Bournemouth's time's
Can
up.
See,
they need to sell him then because he's only got a year
Mm-hmm.
left. in
What
the
do you
season.
think about
Sell him.
this boy that you've signed, Sterling? Right? Is he related to Raheem Sterling?
I don't know.
I googled if it was his brother and I couldn't. Is his brother? Jamie, if you can look it up.
Google it,
So does he play ahead of Tav though?
I
Hall
don't.
of Fame 750 penalty Tav.
I don't. As I say, I don't know whether that he's been brought in to play as a centre half or backup for
I
Tav.
think he's back up for Tav. I don't think you don't have really another.
Can he play? Can he play as a red if he can play in the left? I don't think he can.
I think Rangers could move to a back three and have like Suter, Goldstein, this Sterling, and keep Tav right, and then Ridvan left. I think that's maybe an option for them.
But then you because Kent's not there anymore. Matondo can't kick his own
He's away.
arse.
He'll be away.
They're not related to the Sterlings.
What about the furniture shop? Does he own that?
Near to Lucketry. Lads, I watched the last episode of Ted Lasso last night.
Oh
see
my
that.
god! I was greeting.
John,
Is it
see,
that good?
see if my missus hadn't have been sitting next to me, I'd have been in tears. It was tremendous.
Like, you know, greet in front of your missus.
But I try to act a big man.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I let it all out.
It's the only time I ever try to act a big man. But it's, see, for the start to the finish, Grado, what a show.
It's not about football though. You
No,
can sit
it's about the
happily,
people.
even if your miss doesn't like football, you can quite happily sit and watch it with them because it's such.
It's all about the characters,
It's like
isn't
a
it?
warm hug of a television show.
I
That's
know.
what you feel. You just feel this lovely warmth. It's after every episode.
Tell me
It's
this
just
one,
lovely.
John. You ever want to try his avocado?
Is that in it?
No, it's one of the players is called Zava.
Is that in it?
But anyway, honestly, like you say, John, it's an easy watch. It is comforting.
Right.
And by the end of it, you want Ted Lasso to be your dad.
Wow.
He's
Well,
the greatest guy ever.
I'm bringing the fire stick in my honeymoon because apparently it's the piss all week where I'm going, so I'll get torn into that. Ted Lasso.
You'll
When I'm away.
obviously buy your Apple TV subscription.
Oh no, that's I use Apple TV for the Fire Stick. Do not accuse me of using fucking a dodgy stick.
I'm not accusing anything.
You still got the dodgy bit on it, but aye.
I don't have anything like that in my house.
Well, dear. Certainly not after this week. Aye, but
Anyway,
it's
how
class.
long have we been going on?
Give about 45 minutes.
Nice.
Seriously?
look at that.
Wow, John,
Right,
well
what-
done, son.
Will we do the quiz?
Right, well, I guess that's all the football's been dealt with 'cause it's just really quiet, isn't it? I mean, the weekend, the Premiership, dead rubber, got the Premiership playoff going on. So I think we've covered off everything.
Scottish Cup
boys.
final,
Scottish
spoke
Cup
about that.
final.
But we've done well for talking about football this week. Usually I'm
Score prediction?
17-0.
Brilliant. Grado?
Let's just say I'm hoping the headline on Monday morning is.
So far, Cali go ballistic. Celtic only score 5.
Aye, probably that. No, I can. There's nothing but a Celtic win.
Right, okay, boys. Well, you know, we've done the football now, but since I've come over from the radio, working on Clyde One, Glasgow and the West
beauty.
Premier radio station,
Aye, so it is.
I thought I'd bring along some super
it?
scoreboard teasers with me.
You
to
can
test
you can at
boys
least
out.
Crofty's boot, shabam. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
Right, so I've got a wee teaser, right? You can both work together on this to try and guess, right? So obviously, we've got all the English Championship playoffs and everything going on at the moment. So here's your teaser, right?
Right.
Since 20...
Hold on, an English Championship thing.
No. Listen
okay.
to the question. Listen
Sorry,
to the
mate.
question, okay? Since 2016, 7 Scotsmen have been promoted from the English Championship to the English Premier League by winning the playoffs.
Right.
Name them. 7 Scotsmen in English Championship.
Right, so
Scott
we need,
McKenna.
1.
right, we need to think of the teams that went up. Right, so
Since
Nottingham Forest,
2016.
Scott McKenna.
Scott McKenna.
Who's your boy? Richie?
No.
Damn.
That's a good one, John.
I can't even think of any teams.
Yeah, think, wait, would you call him the centre half for Scotland? Plays in Norwich. Grant Hanley.
Hanley?
No.
What? Did he not get promoted? Was he not
Yeah,
Norwich?
Norwich went straight up.
Norwich
Right, let's
won
think.
the
Oh, hold on.
championship
Oh, what? It's a playoff. They played in the,
They played in the playoff final.
The playoffs.
but they didn't need to have got promoted.
Oh, they've been promoted through the playoff.
They've been promoted through
Right.
the playoff.
Right, so
That's harder.
I know.
Um,
You're going to need to give us the games.
Give
mate. I
you
can't-
some, give you
Aye,
some
give
of
us
the
the
teams.
aye.
I'll give you Fulham.
Fulham, Scottish.
Can I answer?
is it the?
Aye, batter in.
Aye, there you go. Angus Gunn.
Tom Kearney.
Well done. That's another one.
Is Tom Kearney Scottish?
Tom Kenny's
Is he
Scottish.
not got a game for Scotland?
No, he doesn't get a game at the moment, but he's got a couple of Scottish caps.
Wow.
There you go.
Jeez, oh.
There's another player in that Fulham team has got Scottish caps as well. I think he's only got 1 or 2.
Is it Angus Gunn?
It's not Angus Gunn. No.
Who's he
Stop
playing
saying
again?
Angus Gunn, Grado. You've said it about 3 times.
Jeez, oh.
Already explained Norwich
Alright.
aren't involved.
Okay.
Right, so there's another Fulham. Do you want me to give you another see if I give you this?
What
team.
year is it again? Since what?
Since 2016.
Since 2016.
There's no.
Don't use the teams. Can you use the games and then?
Cummings
Can I-
never got.
can I know the games? right?
Cummings never got promoted with Forest, didn't he? No.
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 Wow.
But this is going to be dead air because I've got no idea. Who they
Right,
play.
okay, I'll
Right,
give you
easy teams.
I'll give you the easy one.
Right, easy
Aston Villa.
Oh, McGinn.
John McGinn.
John McGinn.
Obviously.
There you
Right,
go. Another
so
one at Fulham.
right, going to tell us are the Scottish international players?
Every single one of them's a Scottish international.
Right, okay, that makes it a wee bit. No, Leeds won the league, so. I can't even think. This is brutal.
Hull.
Hull.
How?
Andy Robertson.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Aye.
Well, that must have been 2016 then, was it?
It must have been.
That was.
See, there's talking I'm going to Real Madrid.
Aye.
And a boy told me yesterday that he was talking to Kieran Tierney and he's going to Man City.
No, he's coming to Newcastle.
Well, fingers
Apparently
crossed
the
for
deal
you,
is
John.
done. The other one actually was Aston Villa as well. There's two
Aston
Aston
Villa.
Villa. There's two
Aston
Aston Villa.
Scottish
And
Arsenal.
I just had to look.
Oh, striker.
Oh,
No, Shea Adams, no.
No.
He's not Aston
So,
Villa.
but
He's
Shea Adams,
Sou-
though?
No, he's
No,
Southampton.
Southampton.
Not.
No, he's Southampton.
there you go, Ben.
Ross McCormick.
No.
Oh, that's a good one, by the way.
That's a great
But I
shout.
think that's maybe
the
the.
Villa one.
Lost my contract.
Lost my contract now.
2016.
Right, I'll give you the shoot in one.
Right.
To Wigan.
Wigan is.
Josh Winders.
No,
I'll just check it was Wigan.
No,
he's playing with, I'm
he's
pretty sure.
wait a minute. Wigan, he's playing in Scotland now, isn't he?
No,
No.
he's not playing anymore.
He's not playing it. Sean Maloney.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait a minute, who's the Wigan boy that's up here now on loan? Shinny?
Shinny? No, that's
No.
not Shinny. And it was actually Hull. It was the same. Sean Maloney went up with Hull, not Wigan. It was him and Robertson were on the same team. that
Right,
went up.
okay. There you
Right,
go.
so you know what
left.
you got? We've got Scott McKenna, we've got Tom Kearney, you've got Andy Robertson, you've got Sean Maloney, you've got John McGinn, you've got two left. One was with Villa, one was with Fulham.
One with Villa and one with Fulham.
What the one with Fulham's it's a tough one. Tough one.
Fulham. Oh, yeah, right. You play regularly with Fulham?
He did. He was a bit of a hero down there, I think.
Scottish player, a hero at Fulham?
Scottish player. He played after.
United's Ben, no?
What about you, Jamie?
Got nothing from Ben or Jamie over there.
Jamie's like LeBron James.
Batista.
Oh, man. Nah, I'm tapping out on this
I
one.
think I'm tapping, man.
tapping out on this
Tapping
one.
off, right? Okay. If I gave you I gave you the.
Oh, is it your fun out and your.
He played the Aston Villa guy has played in Scotland this year. He's come back to Scotland. He's playing.
Oh, it's Snodgrass.
Yep. There
Oh,
you go,
wow.
that's one. And I was lying to you. I know the Fulham one.
Can I throw a name in for the full one quickly before you give it?
Go on.
Because I think Aki's were linked to him. Is it
Craig Dargo.
McDonald?
Yes, it is Kevin McDonald.
I've never even heard of Kevin McDonald.
who's that?
He was played for Dundee, played for he got
Wow.
his
For
move
Dundee, Hamilton.
Aye, but he played most of his career down south. He went from Dundee to Burnley and then round the house.
Good for him.
There you go.
That was good, John.
So
Thanks
there
very
you go.
much.
There we go. That was a nice wee competition. And that brings us to the end of A Pint, Two Shots, the podcast, the football podcast. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. Also catch Falkirk Daft every
Monday
night.
Not just now, that's us finished now for the season.
You follow it with them or not?
No, just finished.
Wrestling daft as well.
Wrestling Daft still to go.
Fred McCauley on a Sunday on the Greatest Hits.
Aye, we don't need to talk about
Greatest
that.
Hits radio.
No, that's shite.
Breakfast show on Clyde.
Clyde.
Go radio. I'm doing nothing. You catch me under the Humans umbrella handing out chili.